Welcome to Radical Underdogs, and this time out I'm going to talk about a few controversies for the season, which is just around the corner. You can see the car is pretty much ready. There is some new tech available for me as well in the channel this year. But what are the controversies? Well, let me talk a little bit about what Club Motorsport and how it works at the moment, and then you can explain a few of the controversies. There are a few MX-5 championships out there. There's the one I race in, which is the BRSCC, the British Racing Car Club thing, BRSCC thing. We've got 5 Club as well, which is run by 750 Motorsport. Again, those of you in the comments can tell me what 750 stands for. And then, of course, there's MSV as well. And I don't think this car might be eligible for a few championships, but it's not a single make for the Mark 1 at the moment. So there are a few different clubs around at the moment. They're all vying for customers, of course. And at the moment, the BRSCC, a few controversies. And the first one is tyres. So tyres is a major issue for any championship. Last year, we switched to Kumos. The issue with the Kumo tyre was that it went off quite quickly towards the end of the race. And a lot of people went elsewhere and got their tyres shaved. So you could get them shaved from the supplier that was stipulated by the championship, or you could go somewhere else and get them shaved. And they were getting significant performance advantage last year. There was also an issue with these Kumo tyres that you had to get the right batch numbers. Again, the formulation, I think, must have changed between batch numbers, and it made a big difference as to what kind of, when your tyre was produced, as to the performance level. So it gave the teams a really strong advantage, I think, last year, or at least people with access to those tyres. And then just a couple of weeks before the start of the season, the tyre supplier announced that they would be supplying those extra good shaved tyres, again, for a fee, of course, because it is pay to win motorsport. So for a fee, you can get those from the tyre supplier. And it's not entirely clear this year, and it wasn't clear last year, what rounds they're going to turn up. They'll just make their best effort to turn up, which, again, if you're aiming to get your tyres changed, it matters if the tyre supplier is actually at the event. Anyway, this access, obviously, arrangement is proved a little bit controversial, especially for people who have bought the slower tyre, because they are, frankly, the slower, cheaper tyre. It's the same tyre, it's just shaved differently. Anyway, a bunch of people, of course, have bought their tyres already for this year. And of course, they're not massively happy that now this faster, slower tier is now available. It's also an additional expense. This is supposed to be an entry-level motorsport. So that has proved a little bit difficult. The other controversy before the season's even started is the Silverstone round. The Silverstone round is the first round of the season. And for whatever reason, I'm guessing someone messed up, I guess. I don't know. But I'm not blaming anyone. But the first round of the season, the championship, which is the grown-up version of this, well, the same cars, but, a bit more expensive, 3 rounds in a weekend, 20-minute races, versus the Clubman Championship that I race in theory, slightly cheaper, 2 15-minute races on one day. We're going to be racing together at Silverstone, I think for some timetable reasons. That's 61 cars on a grid at Silverstone, many of which will be racing for the first time, and it's the first race of the season. Can you see a problem with this, potentially? As much as I know racing involves contact, I do like to have this car come home in one piece. Ideally, if I can possibly avoid it. And 61 cars on a grid? I don't know. I'm going to do it anyway. I mean, I'm signed up to do the weekend. I've actually got to have a test day as well. Hopefully the engine lasts for the whole weekend. You saw last time out. I don't know. I've got some oil, by the way. I've got some 5W50. I think the viscosity maybe was dropping off with a bit of the heat in the longer sessions. So I'm hoping that kind of sorts out that kind of fluctuating oil pressure thing. I don't think there's any engine damage, but I just hope the engine lasts. But I also kind of want this car to last from a contact perspective. If you think we're not going to get through a 61 car 20-minute race at Silverstone without red flags, safety cars, and all the rest of it, I just hope I'm not the cause of a red flag or a safety car. I just want this car to finish in one piece, ideally. But I also want to be competitive as well, so I'm having to get new tyres. Like I say, these Kumos, they went off really quickly, so a couple of sessions, and yeah, there's still loads of life in them, but you have to switch tyres anyway. So people at the front last year were going through tyres like nobody's business, because in order to stay competitive, you had to have almost a brand new set of tyres on. a lot of the time. So lots of controversies. The 5 Club series is a series which is potentially more suited to a privateer like me, because a lot of the people racing in it aren't with teams, and I think a lot of people don't test as well. So you might see me switch championships throughout this year. I've still not quite decided on it, so I'm still kind of thinking about which way I want to go with it. So yeah, stick around on the channel and see how these controversies play out. The one last thing I'll leave you with, I have updated the car. I'm absolutely really keen to make sure that this car engine doesn't overheat. So I've switched. I've got a switch now. It says RAD. It means it's not radical. It's radical underdogs, I suppose. But it's a radiator fan which I've wired up to the diagnostic port, and that means that I can hopefully cool the engine down on the cool down lap a bit more effectively than I have done before. So thank you very much for watching. Catch you again in the next one. Hopefully this car survives a 61 car grid at Silverstone. Thanks very much for watching.